Hello, dear ones. It's Maria from the Awakening Path. And what is newbie souls and old souls? What that means? Let me show my screen to you. Types of souls and soul evolution according to our cosmic origin by Ismael Perez. Most of the information I didn't hear about that for the first time with Ismael books. I've been studying about those things for more than 17 years, but when I read our cosmic origin, everything just fall in place. It touches almost everything that I have studied before, and many things that I felt like there was a gap, he came there and fill up that gap. So that's really amazing. Thank you, Ismael. So, types of souls. When God decided to experience Himself in a lower dimension, God's design resign in 13th dimension and up. Let's put this way, I'm not sure exactly accurate. So when he decided to experience himself in the lower dimensions, he creates two souls, one the mirror of the other. It's called, for these souls, those two souls, they call twin flame. One represents the divine masculine and the other the divine feminine energy. And then that's what we call newbie souls. And I'll explain later what type of experience they have to go through. And what would be the old souls? Old souls, they are souls that already went through all forms of life and was able to ascend back to source through the 13th dimension and up. Those are the ascended souls. And there is the celestial beings, there's the angels, archangels, and also there is the advanced, the extraterrestrial. I think that's wrong, sorry for that. The advanced, the extraterrestrials. Who they are? They are beings that doesn't live on Earth, not necessarily, that live in other worlds, that vibrate in the 5th dimension and up. Here on Earth, we are trying to get to the 4th, 5th, and 6th, but we are still considering on the 3rd dimension. So, I didn't put here, but of course, there are other extraterrestrials that they also are in the 3rd dimension like us. So, what will be the soul evolution? When a soul is created, the twin flames, each one of them should experience all forms of life: mineral, vegetal, animal, and human, but human for Earth. For other worlds, it would be like humanoid forms or insect forms. Actually, the last form of life will have will be an intelligent being with free will. That will be the last form of the physical life. And Dolores Cannon, she had regret many clients where they had an experience lifetime as some sort of mineral. Sometimes they were part of the water, they were kind of gelatin molecules that to clean the air. And also I thought very interesting about one that came back as a rock. And after she described her life as a rock, and then Dolores asked to her higher self, what's the meaning of being a rock? And to learn patience. Not much thing happen in the life of a rock. Well, if it's a rock in the bottom of a river, maybe. And then there is another one that came as she was an ancient tree that lived for thousands of years in the time of Lemuria. And she regret many that had a lifetime as animals. The one that most impacted me was the one as a worm. The little worm fell in the water. She managed to climb a leaf, and then she was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die here because the sun will dry me out, or I'll be able to make it to shore. She made it to shore. And then that's changed my perception about all sorts of little animals and insects. I kill nothing anymore, not even an ant, especially an ant. And the animals, especially the pets, our pets, most of our pets, they are graduating the animal life because of their proximity with the humans. They are able to graduate the animal form, and their next incarnation would be like a human. So just teach some good manners to your animals, your pets. Just kidding. But one thing that I always felt strongly against was to have wild animal as a pet. I thought that was very cruel. But looking at that perspective, maybe the lion that's became a pet, maybe having some advantage on that with their proximity with a human. Well, I still wouldn't have a lion as a pet. Another thing is not all humans that are here held on the wheel of karma are in newbie souls. Many are not. Many, they are advanced souls that came here or accidentally fall here and had a physical experience in 3D and completely forget who you are. So that's a trap. And then they get held in the wheel of karma. Dolores Cannon regrets some that actually they are held here since the fall of Atlantis. That happened more than 2,000 years, than 12,000 years ago. And then you think, that's a long time to be in a wheel of karma. Wow, time doesn't really exist, so. But they are. And there are many other cases. For example, there is one of Dolores Cannon's book, Star Crash, that she tells a story of an alien that their spaceship fell on Earth, and then she was rescued by an Earthling type, and then she lived a long time with humans, and because she was bored, she started teaching them things. But the problem is she was teaching them things are way ahead of their time, and because of that she created karma. When that life form expired, and then she came as a human to repair the karma, but of course she forgot what was the karma, and then she got more karma, and then she was on the wheel of karma. Because you come to an incarnation to get rid of 2 karmas, and then you get 5. So, but the good news is at least the ones that Dolores Cannon put in her books, I read all her 19 books, they all say that they are in their last incarnation here. They already paid all their karma, so I think that's a good news. So that's what I want to talk about in this video, in this presentation. I mostly did that because I want you to have a little bit background about what is twin flame. I'm gonna make a video about twin flame and soulmates, and another one about divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So if you are still seeing the subscribe button red, that's mean you didn't subscribe to my channel yet. What are you waiting for? If you like my subject, if you think that's useful for other people, subscribe. That will help YouTube to show to more people, and I'll be able to do my work even better. Much love and light to you with your comments,